Yeah, how's everyone doing? Today I want to be a little bit playful with everyone. Oh yeah, the reason why I want to be playful, I want to make a point here. I want to make a point in how we can get through to people, how we can create an atmosphere that's inviting for conversation, that is that even draws people in because they see people having fun, and people want to have fun. People want to be in a state of joy. And if you can create that environment, I think there is so much we can do. We can get through to people who have walls up. If you can break those walls with a smile, with some joy, with some fun energy, people want to participate in that. People want to be exactly that. They want to feel joy. They want to be happy. And it's very inviting. It'll bring people in, and it'll create an atmosphere where we can have conversations, difficult conversations that maybe go against the narratives that we're subscribed to. Okay, now basically what I'm talking about here is I'm part of the freedom fighting movement. Okay, and at the rallies and stuff like that, you see people with their signs and they're marching, and it's inviting to those with like-minded narratives that want to do something, but at the same time, these signs might as well be pitchforks. And we might as well be marching with our torches in a way, right? It creates an environment that, to some people, their walls are up, and they don't want to be a part of that. And so, therefore, the conversation is closed right from the beginning. Now, this past week, I went to a shopping center with a group of people to kind of protest against these vaccine mandates. So we all bought food, and we entered the food court, and we sat down, and we waited for the police to come. And there was some parts that worried me about participating in this, and those worries came true, where some of our participants, one in particular, confronted the police and confronted the security, and this is escalating situations. We could have just sat down and allowed them to approach us, and here, so by marching over to them and starting to escalate the scenario, putting a camera in their face and whatever. Now there's a division, and people have their defenses up in this scenario, and it's not an atmosphere that is creating any kind of discussion that we can have. There is just basically they don't want to view our point, and we don't want to view their point. Okay, and the security guards, I was the first to enter the food court and sit down, and the second person who then wanted to come in, security stood in front of them. One even touched her arm, and she is claiming assault. Okay, and in a small way it is assault. But to me, I look at this as like taking a dive in hockey to try and get the other team a penalty. But sometimes, if that dive is seen, that your own team could get the penalty. And, when you go in aggravated and you escalate the conflict, you're not gaining the public support. You look like a bunch of crazy people and just angry, okay? And that doesn't get through to people. How to disarm, how to diffuse a situation is by being playful, Imagine the group of us went into the food court, sat down with like a bunch of silly glasses, blowing bubbles, joking and having fun and just eating our meal, okay? I feel like that would have been so much more inviting for others to join in, to come sit with us, and really just to see our side. They think we're crazy, and we're playing with that narrative, okay? We're playing and being playful with what they're accusing, which disarms their attack on us, okay? And now they're left with nothing to point the finger and attack us with, okay? Because they're calling us crazy, and we're being crazy. We're having fun being crazy. And here, I feel, is where we can get through and make some ground, okay? We're going in without tactics, coming in, creating conflict. My main thing is, okay, so that woman wanted to charge security for assault, okay? Now, that's the legal action you want to take. You don't want to serve the mall itself, the managers, and those creating the policies, that these workers are just trying to get a paycheck to feed their family and survive. They might have been on our side, but they're caught in a situation where their livelihoods are in jeopardy. And so I don't agree with that, I'm not participating in this to go after the working class. I want to create action that's going to affect those who are making these policies. Okay, and yeah. So first, I feel like we need to stick to an idea of what action we're trying to do, who it is that we need to get through to or to take legal action against, and who it is that we need to try and create a relationship to have collaboration and support. Okay, so I feel like these actions can get us a lot further. Now, when a thought that came to mind about this kind of stuff made me think of a scene in a movie about, it was a football movie, When the Game Stands Tall. I believe it's from that one, and I looked it up, and I'm not really sure if that was the idea that I was thinking of, but this one worked as well. And it was about not showboating and not celebrating victory and being humble, right? And the quote in the movie was quoting, I believe, Matthew 23:12, if I'm correct, on if you exalt yourself, you will be humbled, or if you humble yourself, you will be exalted, something to those to that point anyhow. And so if we are going to attack and charge, want to charge the working class and all that, that is trying to say that I am right, you're wrong, and to me, I feel like you are setting yourself up to be humbled because you are trying to exalt yourself. But if you approach this humbly, and you're open to the development of the scenario that you have instigated, that in this situation you are being humbled, and in that there is, to me, only the opportunity for greatness to be exalted in that kind of scenario. Okay, so yeah, I think I covered what I wanted to say in this video. I think I made my point that we have to create an environment that is inviting, okay, that is stimulating, and that draws people in. And the only kind of environment that does that effectively is joy, is having fun. People want that in their lives. Things right now is not very fun out there, there's a lot of mental health issues, of poverty, of people with their jobs under threat, or their businesses under threat, their livelihoods. There is all kinds of madness, and what this world needs is some positivity, some joy, some hope, some love, and yeah, so I hope some people are listening to me. I've been having small conversations with a few people, but I'm basically hoping to have two pairs like this and another pair of silly glasses. I'd like to buy a few more silly glasses, and my bubble gun broke. Right now I just have like bubbles like that, but I kind of want to create a small group of people and go do the same thing that we did in a food court, but do it in a fun, pleasant way, where we're de-escalating, where we're inviting, and we're just being silly, And in this scenario, even the security who we're creating a hard time for, is, to me, forced to laugh at the situation, because we're not there to really conflict with them. Yes, we're creating a scenario where they have to do their job, but they'll do their job with a smile on their face rather than an attitude that can create scenarios of assault that can then threaten their livelihoods, and have basically people's emotions are so strong right now. And the thing with emotion, the thing with fear, is you can be played like a puppet from your own projections, okay? And you may end up doing things that you had no intention of doing because of the emotional intensity of the moment, and you just acted robotically to the response, that the emotional response that happened in the scenario. So yeah, these are some things I want to discuss, that I want to bring to the attention, to the freedom movement. Rallies that people are having, we're all standing there with signs and megaphones and whatever, and we're just to me, yelling our message. We're being very aggressive. Yes, and it's not aggressive, but it's very, pitchfork, a torch kind of thing with the signs, I feel, and it's not terribly inviting, and I feel like we need to create it more like a pro festival is a word that I heard this summer. I love the word. We got to make it more joyful, more inviting, more enticing for others to join, to get out of the misery that life is at the moment, and to just do something. And you know what happens when you do something that has a purpose, that there is reason. This stimulates your purpose for being, and if you're having fun at the same time, man, the possibilities are endless on what can happen. You know, you're just opening so many doors. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this message gets shared. And see you guys soon. Bye for now.